Pemirsa, Anda menyaksikan Update, saya Kevin Egan. Aksi demo penolakan pembangunan gereja Santa Clara di Bekasi, Jawa Barat berlangsung ricuh.
Gabungan anggota Ormas Islam di Solo, Jawa Tengah mendatangi sebuah rumah yang difungsikan sebagai tempat peribadatan umat Kristen di Solo. Aksi yang nyaris berujung anarkis ini berhasil dibubarkan polisi.
Ya, Rahmat, bagaimana situasi terkini di sana?
Ya, Yuki, saat ini saya sedang masih berada di lokasi unjuk rasa salah satu tempat ibadah yang ada di wilayah Bekasi Utara. Ya begitu, Yuki.
Di Surabaya, eksekusi sebuah bangunan gereja di kawasan Nginden, Surabaya gagal dilakukan. Upaya jurusita dari Pengadilan Negeri Surabaya mendapatkan perlawanan dari para jemaat gereja.
Hello everyone, my name is Fitri Haliza. I'm from Department of Government Science, Faculty of Social and Political Science, Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa University. Here, I will discuss about prohibition on the establishment of house of worship in Indonesia. This case, one of the problem of citizenship. So before we go to the topics, I'll tell you about religious rights. Religious rights are basic rights that must be recognized, protected, and respected by every human being. So, with this right, every human must get a guarantee and legal protection by the state, so that every citizen is free to embrace religion and worship according to their religion. In this way, it is the responsibility of the government and other communities to respect each other for the implementation of everyone's religious rights. Like Hannah Arendt said, right to have rights. As citizens, we have rights. It means all of us have rights to get legal protection, free to embrace religion and worship according to our religion. Indonesia is a country with a pluralistic population consisting of many ethnic groups, cultures, and religions. Its population consists of hundreds of ethnic groups scattered in various regions and adheres to different religions and beliefs. For the existence of difference in religion and belief, it requires maturity and wisdom from each community and religious community to maintain a balance between the interests of the groups and the interests of other communities. The implementation of the provision of protection and recognition of religious rights is intended to create tolerance and harmony among religious peoples. One of the problems faced by Indonesian people is the conflict of national disintegration, law enforcement, and human rights. One of the human rights that cannot be reduced under any circumstance is religion's rights. Even everyone is free to choose religion and worship according to his religion. The state guarantees the independence of religion followers, while the government is obliged to protect the population in carrying out religious teaching and worship, insofar as it doesn't conflict with legislative regulation, does not abuse or tarnish religion, and doesn't disturb peace and public order. The task of government must be to provide guidance and service to that every citizen, and in carrying out his religious teachings can take place in harmony, smoothly and orderly, both internally and among religious communities. Houses of worship are important things that must exist in every city. Religious facilities are built to meet the spiritual needs of religious people in carrying out their obligation to worship God Almighty. House of worship is a crucial thing for religious people. Therefore, it is necessary to have a house of worship that easily accessible to community in fulfilling their spiritual needs. It can't be denied that in one region there must be one group or followers of religion who dominate and become the majority. However, this also may not make followers of other religions not get their rights to fulfill their needs in religion and their implementation in religion. So, how if they cannot establish their worship and not get their rights? Indonesia has SKB 2 Menteri, which regulates the establishment of house of worship in law about human rights in Pasal 28A till 28J and Pasal 29(2 Undang-Undang Dasar 1945. So when they forbid the establishment house of worship, when all requirements have been met, they breaking this rule too, right? As happened in various regions in Indonesia, there was a refusal to establish a house of worship. So, as citizens, what should we do to prevent this from happening? Using John Stuart Mill theory about harm principle. We know freedom of religion is the right of every individual in fulfilling their life. Mill put forward an idea of harm principle. This idea provides confirmation that individual is free to act as they pleases as long as it doesn't interfere with their rights of others with these actions. That is, freedom is not given without any limitation in its implementation. Freedom is stopped when there is contact with the rights of others. The assembly undoubtedly limits a person's freedom so as not to interfere with or harm the rights and freedoms of others. Based on the theory put forward by Mill, we know that everyone is free to express their beliefs as long as they do not interfere with the rights of other people's beliefs. This means that in principle, everyone is free to express their rights. The limit is only when the rights intersect the rights of others. Therefore, the government should guarantee religious freedom for the population so that every religious community is able to carry out its religion in a safe, comfortable, orderly, and harmonious manner. Because if there is one of their rights that cannot be fulfilled, there will be an easy conflict. As a democratic country with many religions and beliefs held by its citizens, the state should be able to accommodate the needs of its citizens, especially the rights that should be obtained by citizens, including the rights to worship and the right to establish a house of worship. And as citizens, we must respect other religions as well as the belief of others. We must encourage tolerance, mutual respect for religion practice, and also in community life. In addition, it is also necessary to mention religious harmony, which is an effort made by religious and governmental people in the field of service, regulation, and empowerment of religious people. Does reduce the rights of others, such prohibiting a brand from establishing a house of worship, because it is right for everyone. Maybe it's enough for me. Thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.